Well, I'm going to start by just, most importantly, what a fantastic crowd that showed up in a big way today. And, you never want one game to define your season, but for them to show up the way that they have in the last week, 2 weeks with the WNIT, has been really special for us. And so I just want to make sure that our fans know that we heard them, they showed up in a big way, and we're sorry that we couldn't allow this run to go another few weeks, but really, really grateful just for the support. And I know our kids are, I speak for, on behalf of myself and my staff and our players, they would echo that as well. Really good team. I think we talked about it, for the last 2 days, even with press, that this team was going to challenge us in every way defensively. And, we didn't anticipate them catching fire the way they did in that first quarter, the first half, really. We knew they could shoot it, but our switches were not near as aggressive as we needed to be. There were moments where I thought our defense was pretty sound and pretty solid, and they still managed to get shots off and score at a really high rate. What I felt like in the halftime was that they had to cool down at some point, which we saw them do in the second half. We just didn't score enough points. And I look at the score sheet and I haven't really studied it. Cahill goes 4 for 12, and Carly McBride's 0 for 7, and Alexis Gassian's 2 for 9. Us scoring only 57 points is a problem. We're used to being in the 70s, and we just didn't put enough points on the board this afternoon to win the game.
Questions for Coach?
Obviously, when you talk about how great they are defensively, when they hit 7 of 11 from 3 in the first quarter, how much does that make it? You got to expend a lot of energy to get back into the game, and it's just so much harder.
I suppose that's true. I thought we had great looks. At one point, just talking briefly with my staff afterwards, just the missed layups alone for us were problematic. Those are high percentage shots, and we just didn't capitalize. Whether it was Jen or Lex had a great post up. Carly had a nice take to the basket that she short-armed. It was, not one person, it was all of us that, had a difficult time. Cahill just missing point-blank layups, and that's unusual for us. But it does, it tests you in a lot of ways, because I think when you're playing from behind, there's a little bit of an anxiousness that comes, that our kids feel like they got to get it back in one possession, and we just kept saying it's one possession at a time. We got to get stops and get it back, slowly, the lead. But as I mentioned, I'll have to look back at the film. I thought we got some really, really nice looks. They just didn't go down for us, and it was just kind of one of those days for us, I thought, offensively.
It seemed like Jen had an advantage down low early on. Did Villanova kind of adjust to defending on that?
No, I don't think they adjusted to it. I think Jen just she struggled at scoring, and we were trying to. We felt like our advantage was on the inside, and we were going to try to put the ball into her as much as we could, and she had a hard time scoring. And we've seen moments where Jen has been. Really consistent, and today, again, I thought, not just Jen though, I thought as a team, we just didn't shoot it very well. We just didn't, and again, I don't think that had anything to do with Villanova, and I don't want to it's not a built-in excuse. It just, to me, offensively, wasn't our day. And that's what's so disappointing, because I thought in the second half we had an opportunity there to climb back in it and get it tied up. And I thought if we could get it tied up, then the energy of our crowd was going to carry us all the way to the end of the game. And so that's what was disappointing, is that we just couldn't get it going offensively.
It seemed like Amber Dean, especially late, you're trying to play her hot hand and take advantage of it.
I was, yeah. Amber came in and really gave us some good minutes. And so I was, we were going down the stretch there, calling plays for her to get open shots. Really liked how she attacked today. I thought she was really aggressive offensively. You can see that she obviously can shoot it from the outside. And so she came in and she did a nice job for us without question.
What's your message to the seniors on this team?
Well, we've talked all along. I'm disappointed because we wanted to write this thing out all the way to the end for them and give them a championship banner to hang. And so, obviously, again, I'm going to start by saying it's one game can't define our season. I mean, we had a good season. Obviously, we would have, and not to take anything away from playing in postseason play in the NIT. And our goal was to play in the NCAA tournament. That's always our goal. But when we were not selected, then this became a new goal for us, and that was to win a championship. And so I feel badly for them that we couldn't carry out that mission, but still really grateful, just for the opportunity that we got to coach those guys. Jen and Lex and Carly certainly have been with us the longest, I think I've really become a staple in our program. We're trending in the right direction. We're building something I think really special here, but it had to start with a group of young ladies or a group of seniors, and I think that's where we'll look back as we continue and say that the culture that we've built here, the atmosphere, all of that started with that group of players that after our first year decided that they were going to come back and they were going to be a part of our program and they were going to help us build it. And so really grateful that they were part of it, and we'll always look back and have very fond memories of that group of young ladies.
To build on that, how important was it for you guys to put together some postseason wins and just sort of to build momentum? And you mentioned the fans and the way they showed up and all that.
Well, I think that here's what I really believe that we gained some new fans here in the last few weeks because I think some of those guys that haven't been to women's games really came out and supported us and kind of fell in love with Indiana women's basketball, which is really a great thing here in the Bloomington community. But postseason play, I can't tell you how important that is for our young kids to have that experience, tournament experience. Anytime that you have an opportunity, as we always remind them, there's very few teams that are still left playing right now, deep into March, and we were one of the few. And so we're really proud about that, and when we look back, tonight's not going to be a very fun night. But the next time tomorrow when we get together for one of our last team meetings, it's going to be about the things that we did accomplish and really talk about the postseason and the experience and how hungry we have to be this summer with our workouts to not only get back to postseason play, but stay at the top of the Big Ten, because that's where we're at right now. We're at the upper half of the Big Ten, and that's where we want to be, but we also want to win a Big Ten championship. And those are the goals that we're going to continue to talk about. And with the guys that are returning in our freshman class, we have lots to look forward to. Like I said, it's sorry to see those seniors have to leave, but we have 5 freshmen that we're really looking forward to getting to Bloomington and continuing what we've started here, and that's the start or the make of a really sound, solid, exciting women's basketball program.
Just talking about the fans, were you aware that Tom Crean was there?
I was, yeah.
Everything he's been through for him to come.
Sure.
Was that
I'm not surprised by that. We ran into a halftime and ran right into him and gave me a big hug and knocked my water out of my hands. And we had a little bit of a laugh, but I'm not surprised by that. Like I said a couple weeks ago, he's a friend of ours and he's a great supporter of ours, and a great friend. And that's Tom Crean, and I'm not surprised by the gesture of coming here and supporting our staff and our players.
Anything else for Coach?
Great, thank you guys.